Well, joining me here on the set in Doha is Michael Stevens. He's a researcher with the British think tank Royal United Services Institute for Defence and Security Studies. Good to see you again, Michael. Hi. So that statement there was made by the Russian general that Syrian rebels claim to have killed. There are claims and counterclaims coming out of Syria, and now he comes out and makes a statement. What's your take? Yeah,
it's a bit embarrassing for the rebels, really, isn't it? But this has been the pattern that's been coming out of Syria, really, for the last couple of months. We've seen so much disinformation from firstly the Assad regime regarding events in the Gulf and around the region, and unfortunately it seems that the FSA have picked up on the same trick, and they're starting to spread rumours and falsities as well. In this position, you know, they didn't obviously check their facts, and they've made claims that couldn't be verified, and I think this is quite an embarrassing setback for them, really, in terms of their public diplomacy.
Right, and when you look at the situation that's also been developing with the Iranians, 48 Iranians abducted Iran says, include a number of retired Revolutionary Guards and soldiers, and Iran says that they in fact don't play an active military role in Syria, and they were just there on a pilgrimage. Tell me what you think about that situation, and also what's at stake here for Iran when it comes to the conflict in Syria?
I think that we can't wholly, dismiss Iran's claim that these were former IRGC troops. I mean, there are a lot of people in Iran, by the way, who have formerly served in the Revolutionary Guard Corps, not necessarily in the elite units, but certainly, membership is widespread, and it's very possible that people could be going on a pilgrimage that were former members. I have to say, given the context and the time that this particular incident happened, it's more doubtful than it is, truthful that the Iranians are actually saying these were former IRGC personnel. But I think that, right now, there was identification cards that were shown by the FSA, which shows that at some point they had been serving. But I'm not wholly convinced yet by either side's explanation. I think more evidence has to come out. In terms of the Iranians and their interference
and their stake in the Syrian conflict.
Yeah, I mean, look, this is becoming more serious by the day. And the Iranians first, I would say, really made military inroads into Syria in the early part of 2012, in late January, early February. And certainly then we knew that the commander of the Quds Force, Qasem Soleimani, was on the ground directing operations in Syria and helping the Assad regime. Since that point, military assistance has increased month on month.
Right.
Diplomatic support has increased month on month because the stakes are becoming so high. They desperately need a foothold in the region, stretching to Lebanon, and for Assad to go would be dangerous for them.
All right, Michael Stevens, we'll have to leave it there for now, but thank you very much for joining us.